Your time now is 6:48, and this week we're taking a trip to Topsham, Vermont in Orange County. It's a bit off the beaten path, but this hidden gem has become quite the sanctuary for artists. I spoke with a pioneer in the art of digital printmaking about why he chose to call it home. You've heard the term, a picture is worth 1,000 words. When it comes to digital prints, some say the ink speaks for itself.
No one believed this is ridiculous. Digital is never going to take over anything. But I could see that it would eventually, and I was especially interested in preserving black and white photography, which was sort of my background. And so if I could preserve it in a digital age, I might be able to accomplish something.
John Cohen is a household name among artists and photographers. His work redefined digital printmaking by advancing black and white inkjet printing and color in fine art photography.
We actually built our own exposure systems.
A practice crafted in the heart of New York City, he later moved his home studio to Vermont with his wife, Kathy.
So we made the first graphical user interface for composing images that are going to be inkjet printed with relation to borders and margins and all the things that are important to artists and photographers.
His work took a pause during what Cohen describes as the height of creativity in the 80s and 90s. That's when he left the big city. He says the move was a no-brainer.
I was there at my son's birth. And it was a life-changing experience, you know, seeing those little eyes. This community hasn't really changed in about the 37 years we've been here. You know, I think we brought a lot of change to it just by our presence, but it hasn't developed. It's a great place in Vermont for us to be.
And while it took some time, it wasn't long before they established themselves in the community.
Moving here, I met all these women. I just had a baby, and we started a play group. And the play group now is a moon circle group because all the kids are gone and we meet once a month.
Those meetings also gave the Cohens a way to integrate their talents with the greater community through a series of sharing circles and workshops for different experience levels.
We decided, we put an ad in the listserv or the paper to have a photo group to meet here, and we wrote no experience necessary. And so a group of people formed. We would meet once a month, and the idea is they'd bring 3 to 5 pictures, and we'd put them up and just have a conversation.
The studio space is also a sanctuary for artists who want freedom to create without the hustle and bustle of big cities or the public eye.
We've worked with Peter Falk, David Bowie, Richard Avedon, all kinds of top world artists.
Proving that creativity can flow for anyone from the hills of Topsham to the rest of the world.
It could be Indonesia, it could be Switzerland, it could be, I mean, it's just everywhere. And they don't know Vermont, although it's legendary, but the really wild thing is where we're located is really rural and isolated, and there's like no place to eat or get a coffee and things like that. But they get it.